Our Lady's Child by Brothers Grimm. Brought to you by Tellers Network, stories from around the world.
Near a great forest lived a poor woodcutter and his wife with their only child, a little girl of 3. They loved her dearly, but had no bread to feed her. One morning, as the woodcutter went sorrowfully to his work, the Virgin Mary appeared before him, crowned with shining stars.
I am the mother of the baby Jesus. Bring your child to me. I will care for her in heaven.
The woodcutter brought his daughter, and Mary took her up to heaven. There the child lived well, eating sweet bread and drinking fresh milk, dressed in golden garments, and playing with the little angels. When she turned 14, Mary called her and gave her the keys to 13 doors of heaven.
You may open 12,
She said.
but the 13th, with this little key, is forbidden. If you open it, you will be unhappy.
The girl promised to obey. Each day she opened one door, finding an apostle surrounded by brilliance in each, until all 12 stood open. Only the forbidden door remained. Her desire grew until she could bear it no longer. One day, when the angels were away, she unlocked the 13th door. There sat the Trinity in fire and glory. She reached out, and her finger touched the heavenly light, turning entirely gold. Terror seized her. She tried to wash away the gold, but it would not come off. When Mary returned and asked for the keys, she looked into the girl's eyes.
Have you opened the 13th door?
No.
The girl answered. Mary laid her hand on the girl's heart and felt it pounding. She saw the golden finger and knew the truth.
You did not do it?
She asked again.
No.
The girl lied a second time.
Have you not done it?
Mary asked a third time.
No.
Said the girl a third time.
You have disobeyed me and lied.
Said Mary.
You are no longer worthy of heaven.
The girl fell into a deep sleep. When she woke, she lay on earth in the middle of a wilderness, unable to speak. She found an old hollow tree and made it her home. Roots and wild berries became her food. In autumn, she gathered nuts and leaves. When winter came with snow and ice, she crept beneath the leaves to keep from freezing. Her clothes tore and fell away piece by piece until her long hair covered her like a cloak. Years passed in misery. One spring day, the king of that country was hunting and followed a deer into the thicket. When he forced his way through the brush, he found a beautiful maiden sitting beneath a tree, covered to her toes in golden hair. He spoke to her, but she could not answer.
Will you come with me to my castle?
He asked. She nodded. The king took her on his horse and brought her home. He dressed her in fine clothing, and though she could not speak, her beauty charmed him so completely that he married her. A year later, the queen gave birth to a son. That night, Mary appeared at her bedside.
If you confess that you opened the forbidden door, I will restore your speech.
She said.
But if you deny it still, I will take your child.
The queen answered.
No, I did not open the forbidden door.
Mary took the newborn child and vanished. When the baby could not be found, the people whispered that the queen was a cannibal who had killed her own child. The king loved her and would not believe it. Another year passed, and the queen bore a second son. Again Mary came in the night with the same offer, and again the queen denied her sin. Mary took this child as well. The people's accusations grew louder, and the king's counselors demanded justice, but the king ordered them silent under threat of death. The third year, the queen gave birth to a daughter. Mary came once more and took the queen by the hand, leading her to heaven. There she saw her 2 sons, laughing and playing with the ball of the world.
Has your heart not softened?
Mary asked.
If you confess, I will return your sons.
But the queen answered.
No, I did not open the forbidden door.
Mary led her back to earth and took away the 3rd child. The next morning, all the people demanded the queen be condemned. The king could no longer protect her. A trial was held, and because she could not speak to defend herself, she was sentenced to be burned at the stake. Wood was piled high. She was bound to the post, and the flames began to rise around her. As the fire burned, the hard ice of pride melted in her heart. Regret filled her, and she thought,
If only I could confess before I die.
Her voice returned. She cried out.
Yes, Mary, I did it.
At once, rain poured from heaven and extinguished the flames. Light broke through the clouds, and Mary descended with the 2 little sons at her side and the newborn daughter in her arms.
Whoever repents and confesses will be forgiven,
She said gently. She gave the queen her 3 children, released her tongue, and granted her happiness for all her life.